All right. Well, now that we know that we're in the right frame of mind and we have a safe workspace here, we can get started on showing that these firearms are clear and safe. All right. Now, the first step, all the procedures are the same no matter what type of action you're working on. Okay. There's going to be 4 steps. 4 steps. Place a firearm on safe, remove the feed source, unlock and open the action, and then lock the action open if you can. All right. So really 3 steps, and in some cases 4. In the case of this 1911, this is really popular. This one happens to be a Brock Island 10 millimeter that I really love to shoot. It's a great gun. First thing I want to do is put it on safe. Well, we have a bit of a problem here because when you put the 1911 on safe, all right, you're going to lock the slide from moving to the rear, so we can't show clear and safe. So these rules, you know, it is a little bit dependent upon the firearm, okay? So we are going to move to the next step with this. Remove the feed source. That's the magazine. All right. And then we're going to unlock and open this action. All right. Now, I can see if I just hold this thing open and I peek in there with my eyes that it's clear and safe. But the safest thing to do would be to lock this slide open. All right. Now, I can get my flashlight, and some of you are saying, look how filthy his 1911 is. There's a reason, all right? There's a 1911 cleaning video around the corner, so that's my excuse for this. But we know that it's clear. We know that we've removed the feed source. You can see all the way through. This weapon is clear and safe. Now, that varies a little bit by action. All it varies is how we do these procedures, basically. But the first thing, again, is we need to make sure that this firearm is on safe. Well, there's really only one safety on this old Ruger Single 6. All right, and if you can see this, if we pull this hammer back to the first click, it sits up off the firing pin. That is as safe as this thing gets, okay? But we can't leave it there, because in order to show safe on a single action revolver, we have to open the load gate and look down every one of these cylinders. Cylinder won't rotate with the hammer in the forward or safe position, so we have to take it to half cock. All right, now from half cock, we can rotate it through and verify that there are no 22 cases in this thing. And if there were, a lot of people aren't familiar with single action revolvers. Okay, you have this ejector rod spring loaded on the bottom side of the barrel, and that's how you would clear out your spent shells, 22 cases. All right, this weapon is clear and safe. Now, what if you have something like a pump action or a lever action? I've got a Remington Model 870 here. I know it says Mossberg. That's who made this barrel for this Remington 870. Barrels for these shotguns are hard to find nowadays. So, reg dead, we are on safe. Step 1, right? Step 2 is remove the feed source. Well, this is a tube mag. Okay, a lot of pump actions and lever actions have a tube mag. There's even some semi-autos like the, I don't know, Marlin Model 6022 comes to mind. You can't really remove this. Okay, it's sweated or soldered or somehow pinned or press fit into the receiver. You're not going to get this off. So what can you do? Well, you can look in here, and depending upon what it is, the 870 happens to have this little spring-loaded gizmo here that will allow you to download that tube mag. There's no graceful way to do it that I've ever found. So when you release this, these shells want to start popping out. That's fine. You just control them. Download this mag, and you've just removed the feed source. You can verify that by, you can see the plunger. Some plungers, like Marlin, my Marlin 1895, the plunger's orange. It's easier to see. Anyway, so you know you have no more rounds in there. And open the action. We are clear and safe. And here's perhaps the easiest firearm to show clear and safe on. The break action. All right, this is Grandpa's old side-by-side. Here's fire. We have it on safe. Just verifying safe. Open the action, which simultaneously removes your feed source. And we are clear and safe. So you can see that regardless of the action type, I could show you on a bolt action, lever action, the principle remains: you are making the firearm in the safest condition that you can before you cycle anything. You remove the feed source, and then you open the action and verify that there's nothing inside of it, and you can call that firearm clear and safe. There you go.